Hello, I'm Koala. After 6-7 years living in Asia, I've realized that I've become a tourist in my home country. Is this still my home? Is life in the US still good for me? Before moving to Singapore, I used to live here. I spent decades of my life in the US, both East Coast and West Coast. It was great life back then. So, I decided to return to my home country to see how it feels now living there. Things are so different now, political-wise, lots of new things from the new government, but also on the day-to-day level, there are lots of changes. The environment, more homeless people, more crimes, more safety concerns, more infrastructure breakdowns, wildfire, and what's more obvious is the cost of living. My plan is to fly back to San Francisco Bay Area. I want to see how much I need to pay on a normal day-to-day living here. I'll compare the cost of living 15 years ago when I first moved to San Francisco to the price now, and also compare to that in Singapore. Well, as you know, Singapore is one of the most expensive cities in the world too. Is San Francisco still livable? Is it better to live in San Francisco or Singapore now? We'll go check out some grocery shopping, dining in the restaurant. Let's go! Today we are shopping in Costco. I just want to see how much we're going to spend for a normal day. Costco is considered one of the more economical daily household places to shop because it's wholesale price. It's always cheaper here and in a good quality. This is what I bought for this week. Some fruit, bottle of wine, coffee. For a quick shopping, some fruit, wine, coffee, not even any food yet. It costs $162 already. Remember, Costco is considered cheap for the quantity that they sell. Very hard to find a parking slot anytime you go. Then I'm heading to another Asian supermarket to buy the actual food. It's so annoying. I came back the first day and it's already out of electricity. I want to go to the bank to do my errands, but all the banks are out of electricity. They can't do anything, not even ATM machine is working. So I have to drive to another city to use the bank, and the bank here is like full of appointments for the entire day, so the whole day I can't do anything. All the stores is closed because it's freaking electricity outage. It's crazy. Hi! Good that you enjoy yourself during the outage. Everyone is waiting outside for the store to open. They don't know where to buy coffee because it's like freaking outage everywhere. So I waited and waited for a whole morning. Finally, it's open now in the afternoon. After a few hours of electricity outage. I've traveled to a lot of African countries. California seemed to be more developing than the African places that I traveled to. So currently we have egg crisis, and the egg here is like 19 and 13. It's very expensive. For those who don't know about the egg crisis, here is the notorious news. Broccoli here is actually quite cheap because they produce a lot of broccoli. Then I'm getting a bag of garlic. It's fresh peeled garlic for $2.79. Now getting some onion, actually a shallot for $1.99 per pound. Maybe we're for $7.43, but there's bigger one for $14, the smaller one. Then we're getting a salmon. Probably take one of this. Looks fine. $9 for a salmon steak. Getting some milk. I'm searching for this small kind of milk. Oh, this bottle looks bad. Probably I'll come back another day. Oh yeah, they do sell the Southeast Asian kopi. This one is Old Town. They sell it for $10.99 here for 15 package. Alright, we'll get a mochi. This mochi is pretty good. This one, how much are they selling this for? Let's see. $5. Also sell like oyster sauce, soy sauce, and different types. $5. Maybe the sauce is about the same price as Singapore. We are getting some noodles. Well, they have Indomie for $4 here. This sells at $2.50 in Singapore, about $1.5 US. This chili crab Instant noodle is expensive. It's like $17. So in Singapore, they sell at 9.95 Singapore dollar, which is 7.3 US dollar, 2.5 times. Super expensive instant noodle, one of the most expensive instant noodle here. I come from Singapore. Very interesting. Brand, it's come from like California or probably LA or somewhere. Let's see. I don't see this brand in Singapore. From California. It's super yummy. This side is all the frozen products. Sausage. Got another noodle. This noodle is pretty good. $7.39. Wow, this shrimp cracker now costs $4.49. This shrimp cracker used to cost only like $2 when I was living here. Now it's more than double the price. It's crazy. That's $56. On the weekend, I do like to dine out. Today, we are getting some Japanese food in Palo. Today, having another Japanese food in Palo. This place is called Full house at 5 p.m. They already have one turnover at this table next to me earlier. Something is really good and special beef tongue parking lot in the background. Some trees outside. Right now in Alto. Beef tongues. They're special tonight. Very juicy. It's got the chewiness. Start from 18% to 25%. You can write your own amount too. Well, $144. Just finished my $175 meal for two, including tips. So it's about $90 per person. So this area is called Sunset. It's very residential. I actually haven't been here for like 10 years. So don't remember anything, but I found a Russian cafe that I want to try. They've got borscht and the honey cake that I really like. So I'm just here to try this. It's basically no people around on the street. So this is the cafe we're going to. They even have a corporate car for themselves. It's got Russian doll. For a normal week, I usually have to spend $500 buying grocery, dining out for one person. Per month, it's $2,000 just for food. We haven't calculated other costs of living like transportation, rent, healthcare, and so on. Is it expensive? It definitely is. A long line to even just to order. I think it must be a pretty good cafe. So I'm very excited to try. 15 years ago, when I first moved here, it would cost less than $1,000 per month. That is 2 times inflation. And for such quality of food and life, I would expect to spend $1,000 US in Singapore, about half the San Francisco cost. Is this place still livable? I'm not sure. I really don't know how people here can make so much money sustain their lifestyle. We are talking about buying a 2-bedroom condo in a suburban area that is not even San Francisco City for $800,000 or a house for $1.5 to $2 million. Tech companies are paying well, but there are also lots of layoffs and job uncertainties. If they are laid off, how can they afford their living? I don't know. I still prefer living in Asia, especially Singapore. I feel the quality of life there is much better. Better food at a cheaper price. Safer, cleaner, and more predictable. How about you? What do you think? Do you prefer to live in Asia or US? Or maybe Europe, Middle East? Let's discuss in the comments below. This is my favorite honey cake. It's so good. And Napoleon too. I'm getting this to go, so I'm not eating here. $5.75. To consider standard here, it's actually pretty cheap. This area, the food is relatively cheaper than the one in the city.
It's a little bit outer skirt. I mean, it's still in the city, but it's in a more residential area rather than business area. It's like multiple layers in here. Very good.
Hope you enjoyed my video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. See you back in Singapore.